Would you call yourself a Christian?
I would say I'm no religion.
You're no religion.
Yeah, I'm no religion. I just feel like religion segregates people.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm no religion. I believe in God.
Believe in God,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I pray.
But what is
I do
God
my
to you,
fast.
man?
Huh?
What is God to you? What is it? What would God be,
Yeah.
really? God is so much different things to so many people, right? Would you think?
I don't know. I feel like for me, God would just be like this notion of a almighty or ultimate being that actually gives a fuck about anything you're doing down there. Yeah? If it ain't that, then it is what it is. If you don't care, because this is one of the options, could be that the one that created us and put us here is going about his business like a frog that just lays spawn. And it's going about his business. And we're here convinced that he's watching over us and we're...
Why do they always say he? Why do they always say he? My thing is this, that I think if God is to be believed, isn't God nature? You know, like when you look at nature,
that makes you a pagan. That makes you.
How is that a pagan?
That's what it is, isn't it? That paganism and whatnot is like.
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but you know, is it fair to believe? Yeah, is it fair to say that they've just put all of these kind of things in our mind to make us think everything, so we don't have really to think for ourselves? No, that we shouldn't think for ourselves.
100%.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
But
Because
do you think that there is? Do you think? All right. Do you think we were created?
I believe that there must have been some sort of power that did create us.
Like, as in, there's something put humans here for a reason. We didn't just Big Bang.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
What you saying? What you saying, Curtis?
I'm scared, man. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
good
It can't be a Big Bang.
No, genuinely, and I don't have a proper belief, because it's like I can say Big Bang as the creative act. Do you know what I mean? Big Bang is what I was growing up on, and I can entertain the fact that it might not be real, because I was also brought up on Garden of Eden. But, do you know what I mean? I was literally brought up on two things, and then all I've done is find out more about those to get further from the truth or closer to the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, in that sense, like, I don't know.
I feel you what you're saying.
It's a good answer, man.
What about you?
Well, what was the question?
Like basically your belief.
My belief is like I believe in a higher power, but I think that higher power is a collective between all of us. I think we're all spiritually connected.
Yes.
But I think when you look at television, you look at how society's developed over thousands of years, I think everything's designed to take us away from ourselves.
Yes.
Right.
But when you truly look within as you get older, if you're fortunate enough to, I think you find a power. And I think God is within. I think you're a God, I'm a God.
Yes.
Females are gods. I feel like we are this, but I don't... Listen, one thing about you that I've noticed since I've been getting to know you on this podcast here is like you're very educated in all of these things, and you understand. I'm not going deep with it because I'm not educated enough in it.
Right.
I'm living in my lifetime and how I feel and what I've been through. Like even the other day, something happened where I thought something, and then someone come round the next day, and I was thinking about them. And I said, why'd you come round? And they said, you know, I was on the bus. I just got a feeling and got off the bus. To me, that's godly.
Yeah.
That's spiritual. Yeah. So for me, that's where I'm going with it. But
those are the signs. You see what you say? But those are the signs to make you know,
yes,
who you are.
Yes, bro.
As a human being.
Like when I listen to you talking about what you've been through, sorry to cut you, I'm like, right, you're a warrior though, bro. You're fucking like, you're a proper African warrior. Like when you talk about how you people just say that they bath you, these are things people will laugh or look over.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
they're gonna
these
be
are
like,
real
yo,
things.
You know what I'm saying? But you see what I'm speaking about?
these
Yeah,
are
people
real
think like
things,
it's
man.
a joke,
It's a
but
joke.
Yeah, they're not.
I could call my sister right now.
Yeah, it's real.
I say, yo, sis, what did they do to me when I was a kid?
Yeah,
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like she would say, yo, bro, she would laugh and say, they're not even gonna believe.
I remember we detached from that television. Remember, like even when we was talking earlier, we was talking about how you grew up as an African guy here, and we was laughing, the boo-boo, the chat.
Yeah,
I'm like,
she would
Just want to say it again.
I did it.
He like it. 3 times he said it now, Justin. He like,
don't
he's
try.
just rolling off the top.
terrible,
Did you ever call anyone a boo?
No.
Never?
No.
Did you?
No.
Alright, well done, man.
But I heard it though, but I never called
I
that.
definitely
But I'm saying to you,
Definitely thought
I definitely laughed at Africans, man. Like, come on, Lord.
you got me. But I was almost looking at it like back then.
Yeah.
It was like everyone's assimilating from their viewpoint or their foundation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right now, what you understand of Africa and African culture, when you think back then, it was just pure ignorance in the UK to African culture.
I feel like it's the Britishness in a way.
Yeah, but it was like that once the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It was like that once the Italian to Polish. Like
Everyone got it.
everyone got it. It was Irish.
But it's like as soon as you've assimilated, you can dish it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but
it's almost like.
What?
Every newcomer
That's
gets
nice.
it.
Yeah.
And then
I feel
you
like-
now, it's your turn to give it.
Yeah.
Guess what I see?
Well,
10, 15 years ago, I see one video, when videos on the phones first started coming out, I
grainy.
remember seeing a video of the black woman talking to a Polish woman on the bus. And she's talking about, go back to your own country.
that's
The black woman was saying to the Polish woman, go back to, and I was like,
Mad, innit?
we've landed now, you know. We're comfy in here now. We got our foot under the table. We're telling next people
To go back
fuck
to their
off.
country.
Really? Imagine that.
But there's
I
little
could
things
never-
in the
I
setup.
never see that,
There's
bro.
little things in the setup that make you think that you've got that right because Windrush and Commonwealth and the fact that you actually speak
And my
English
grandparents
and all that. And I
Yeah,
think
they
that
help
is
them.
definitely a
And now
lot
you
of
start
what.
calling yourself Black British.
Of course, and that.
But you know the craziest
That's
thing?
weird.
The craziest thing, like talking
That's-
about how
that's
he's
a real
always had
thing.
this energy in him from young.
Yeah.
I've always had that energy in me from young that I've never accepted none of that, you know, in my head.
but you
Like,
know
you
what,
might be
though?
telling me something and I'm polite as a kid to my mum because I was on lockdown until I was about 15. But what I'm saying to you is, I've always had a spirit in me up until this day where I'm so rebellious to all of that fuckery.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather go the other way.
I would say it's
Yeah,
not unanimous though as well, because at the same time as that, you're brought up in cultured homes as a Jamaican. Let's say like we revere Africa highly. It's the homeland, it's the motherland, it's all these different things. So, that's what I was brought up around.
What you got
know
there?
what I mean?
What have you got there?
I had to pick up a curtain.
A curtain. And what else
But
have you got there?
sometimes you see some Jamaicans, you know, you tell them they're African, they look at what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Pure argument they're giving you.
Scarred,
Yeah,
innit?
100%.
It's just scarred.
But they just, you know,
Not enough Caribbeans are like that.
But-
I've
but-
noticed it.
Can
But
I
you
just
see
say
that-
as well though, I think with the learning I've done about history, my stance is, yeah, you might not be.
Yeah, true.
Because what I realise is, one of the things is,
So
I
where
don't
are you
be-
gonna be from?
bro, we from all over this planet,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
We've been going there
In different
before
forms and
people were
shape.
sending us
We've
there,
been,
definitely.
we're from all over
I
this
get
planet.
that.
I don't believe that everybody, all life comes from Africa, for example. I don't believe in that
That's what you're saying.
Africa theory.
That's what you're saying.
And another thing is, I know that they've used slavery to explain why there's niggas over there, niggas over there, niggas over there.
Okay.
They've used slavery to say,
They use it for a lot of
this is
things.
how black people got over
Do you know
there.
what I
This is
mean?
how black people got to South Asia. This is how black people got over there. This is how they got over to Polynesia. This is where, and you know what the truth is? We just been around.
Yeah.
What
Definitely.
we need to explain is where you lot come from.
you know, you see,
You know?
oh my
Right? You see what
God.
I'm saying, family?
Yeah, where?
That's the truth, bro. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Again?
What we need to explain is where did the white race come from? Being that.
They flew in on spaceships.
You know,
From the sea.
that's what I think.
Hey, that's a theory, you know. You ain't
That-
just made that up.
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
I know that.
But
I believe
they
that,
come
I
from
believe that more than anything else at
from
the
beyond
moment.
the ice wall.
No
There's
disrespect
a
to
theory
white
they come
people.
from the Caucasus Mountains.
Mountains,
There's a
yeah.
theory that a mad scientist called Yakub created them in a lab.
Bro, you know, your reading potential is amazing. I rate how much you read, you know. I thought I read. But your way to pick... I thought Akala was good at that shit. But you know how to pick out, like you're on them levels, black.
Big
I
up,
don't know.
big up, big up.
You're on them
Come on,
levels still.
Go on. But yeah.